Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do a reading. It is for the week ahead, Saggies. How are you, my fire family? Thanks so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I am here with the oracles as per usual. If you're my ride or die Sag, you know what I'm about to say, right? I'm going to throw down these oracles for the overall energy for the week ahead. Then I'm going to throw the tarot and we're going to get some details on it. Find out what's coming up in detail for the week ahead. Let's do this. Let's start with the Soul's Journey Oracle. Sagittarius, if you've never been here before, welcome here to all these shenanigans. Thanks so much for stopping in. And there is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner of this little screen where I live if you decide to stay. I hope you will. Say hello in the comments. I like to be in the comments as well. And let's find out what's going on for you if you are the one who keeps coming back, my Saggy tribe. I'm your Sag sister. It's in my rising. Thanks for coming back here. I appreciate you. Let's find out what's going on for you in the week ahead. I'm always reading for the week ahead whenever you find this, today, tomorrow, next year. We're not all at the same place at the same time. It will not resonate for all of you. Let's find out what's going on for Sag. We've got patience, honesty, and pride in relationships. Very interesting here. So we have patience, we have honesty. So patience says, I accept that everything happens in divine order, Sag. It feels like there's something here that maybe you've been waiting on, hoping for, and wondering where it is. You've been very patient about something that you feel might be showing up, but it's not yet showing up. It's like it's on the verge of showing up. It says here, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I feel like you're being honest with yourself about some type of relationship. It says, I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So I feel like you have been waiting on something to come into divine order, and possibly, I always say that rejection is protection. Possibly it's not for you at this time. It's not like it's not a no forever, Sag, but I feel like you've been waiting on someone to either, come to a place of understanding about how they feel about you. It feels like you've been waiting for something that is just not coming around here. We've got pride. It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So I feel like you are, it almost feels like a little bit of forgiveness. It feels like now that you are forgiving yourself for waiting and waiting and waiting, that you're also forgiving someone else who maybe made you wait. All right, so we've got one here, patience. One for honesty, please, for Sag. That one fell. Oh my gosh. Been having a hard time with these ones today. There's so many of them. Okay. All right. Here we go. We'll give the rooster. We'll take that one here. Bottom of the deck, we do have fair man. It says dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And so this person probably has a man's body. Whatever they look like is whatever they look like. But understand, just because they have a man's body, we don't know if it's feminine or masculine leaning energy in there. So it could be that. We do have kangaroo. It says unsettled times need to plan ahead. So for some of you, maybe you know who I'm talking about. Somebody who maybe you've been waiting for. Could be a fair man. Possibly got the seahorse. It says family matters. Maybe this person is part of your family. Could be that. We've got patience. It says bowl, plenty of material things. Look, I feel like your money life or your work life, your career is about to take off. It feels like there is better things that are coming that are going to fill your bowl. This is a bowl of, it's like a cornucopia, and it's got a bunch of fruit and abundance in it. So patience, accept that everything happens in divine order. It feels like plenty of material things are coming to you. I feel like this is something that maybe you felt you were waiting on someone or something from the past, but I think that what you've been feeling is coming toward you is actually abundance, I think. We've got the rooster, and it says, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. And then this says, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. It does feel like there is someone who is particularly arrogant or boastful. Could be this person, right? It says unsettled times need to plan ahead. It feels like maybe this is a person who's in your family or someone you knew from the past. It feels like this is someone who's maybe arrogant, a little boastful, maybe pushy a little bit. And I think that you don't really trust this person, but you can only trust yourself. So it feels like you are moving forward and going with that I trust myself sort of energy. We've got Tiger. It says doing something risky, taking a chance. Pride. It says I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I feel like the pride that you're taking is in yourself, seeing your worth and knowing that you're worth taking a risk for is what it feels like here. In the future, we have relationship. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So it does feel like you are coming into this energy of self-awareness, and it feels we've got the tiger here and we've got pride, right? A pride of lions, right? So it feels like you're standing in this really great, powerful self, like the leader of the pride is what it feels like here. I feel like people are going to have to stand up to meet you, Sag, at this point. You feel really strong. It feels like you are honest and truthful. You're not going to let arrogant people, boastful people play with your honesty. You can see right through it. I feel like your intuition is on fire and you can see right through it here. I feel like there's some abundance. There's a lot of different things going on in your reading, which I love. So we're going to clarify a little bit, find out what's going on here. We'll put a couple of these down and then we'll get right to the tarot. We've got strength, which again is more lion energy, Leo energy. And then we've got a leap of faith. It does say here that you'll be taking a chance. It doesn't say, well, it says doing something risky, taking a chance. It feels like you're going to be doing something you've never done before, but it feels like you're going to be doing it as the leader of something. I know pride says I love myself and I see myself in everyone, but it almost feels like you're the leader of the group. That you're going to take a risk and therefore people are going to watch you and say, well, if Sag can do it, so can I. A leap of faith, taking a risk, stepping into the beauty of the unknown. I feel like you're throwing caution to the wind. It's truly like Sagittarian energy, which is like the Queen of Wands, right? A bold move forward. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. We've got strength. It says determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. So I feel like maybe you thought that whatever was showing up in the future, because it feels like you feel like something is about to show up, and I maybe you thought it was a person or a relationship. I feel like it's something that has to do with money or monetary things. We've got an apology. Look, somebody could be showing up to say sorry about something here. It could be this person who in the past has been arrogant and boastful. And when I'm talking about that, I feel like this person maybe was over talking, or somebody who was gaslighting possibly. When you told them you felt a certain kind of way and they're like, no, you don't feel that way. That's not what I did. It feels like somebody who is speaking over you or was very sort of trying to change your mind, like a little bit of gaslighting energy is what it feels like. And it could be this fair person here, this fair man. All right, let's get to some tarot. Let's find out what's going on with the tarot. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. Tell me about Sagittarius. Hey, Sagittarius, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the pinned comment. All the information you need is there about going over and looking at my prices at Hipsy. If you'd like to do that, the link is in the pinned comment. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. We've got the Three of Swords. Look, it does really feel like you are letting someone go. It feels like you are not going to let anybody overtalk you anymore. You're not going to let anybody gaslight you, be rude, speak arrogantly or boastfully. It feels like you are being honest with yourself because this person could not be honest with you. It feels like you're about to, I want to say that this risk that you're taking is probably that. It feels like you're finally stepping into your shoes as the Queen of Wands, whether you're feminine or masculine, and you're making a bold move to take a risk, to stand at the front of the pride and say, nope, you're not doing that anymore. And I feel like it causes someone to just apologize. Tell me more about Sag, please. We've got the Devil energy. There's somebody here who I feel that is attached to you, attached to your energy, somebody who won't let you go, Sag. I feel like you have been determined to let this person go, but it's been really painful to try and detach from their codependent energy, from their fear. It feels like when you're in there, it feels like you're the person who is psychic, right? You're usually psychic or very empathic, and it does feel like when you're with this person that you soak up all their energy. And you might find that when you're with this person, after you're with them, you cry a lot, or you are upset a lot. You lose a lot of tears, or you end up journaling a lot. Like, it feels like you soak up their negative energy, and then you end up being in the Three of Swords because of it. I also feel like this person broke your heart in some way or disappointed you. And now it's time for you to stand up in your pride and say, I can't let you do this to me anymore. You're having a complete and total shift this week. You're detaching from something that I feel that has been attached to you for a while. It does feel like an energy, a person, a situation, something that you've been trying to shake or let go or get out of your life. And it feels like it's something that you've had a hard time letting go of. And I don't think it's because you're holding on to it. I feel like it's because it's holding on to you, Sag. So I feel like you're finally throwing your hands in the air and saying, it's enough. I got to take a leap of faith. I got to stand up. I got to take a chance, take a risk, and maybe you're going to do a cord cutting ceremony. Maybe you're going to release something. Maybe you release something under the full moon, and finally it's releasing itself from you. But it does feel like it was someone or something that I feel was somebody who was very arrogant, or it was a situation or a person that was really hard on your energy. And wouldn't let go. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here. The Seven of Pentacles is throwing the seeds of intention, right? And so I feel like your intention is to take a leap of faith and to move forward to now finding people who are at the same level as you. Because understand, I don't think that the devil was at the same level as you. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn, maybe a Libra, a Gemini, or Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It feels like you are now moving forward here. And you are now connecting with people who are connecting with you on your level, which is the Queen of Wands level. And I feel like this apology is too little too late, is what it feels like. This person, I feel, coming maybe from the past to apologize. It feels like you've already spread your wings, friend. You're already headed for the next cycle in your life. And it's a very abundant cycle, something you've been very patient about. And it's time for you to just let go. This person played you for a puppet. I feel like they played on your emotions and possibly delayed your life. It feels like you put your life on a delay, waiting for this person to come back. I feel like there was, with the Strength card and the Devil card, it was sexual tension. It feels like it was that you were very attracted to them. They were very attracted to you. There was a lot of chemistry, but I feel like it was surface chemistry. And I feel like this person broke your heart. I feel like you were really into it, and I feel like they broke your heart. Tell me about the Devil energy, please. We've got the Six of Pentacles. They were breadcrumbing you. So I feel like you were giving way more than they were. But I feel like in this divine timing energy here, now that you feel more plentiful, I feel like in this divine energy here that you finally have decided, if they're coming back, I'm going to reject them. And the Six of Cups tells me they could be coming back. So I feel like somebody here, someone who has been attached to you for a really long time, it feels like honesty could be King and Queen of Swords. It feels like this person breadcrumbed you. This person you overgave to them and they didn't really give anything back. It feels like they probably will be coming back, and I feel like you're rejecting them immediately because you know that if you close the door, they can't get through the door. I feel like you're not going to give them another chance to break your heart, but the Six of Cups tells me there's a lot of nostalgia, that there's a lot of memories. It's really hard to let go of the memories because they're attached to this person, right? It feels like you're finally just rejecting them and saying no. And it feels like this person was arrogant and boastful, is what it feels like. So you're being honest with yourself because this person could not be honest with you. And you're taking a leap of faith and heading forward because you know that you're on a different level than the devil. You're on a different level than someone who's got an addiction, someone who does something obsessively that's hurting themselves, maybe spiritually, mentally, physically. You're on a way different level than that. You're not doing it anymore. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. And you've put in enough work. You didn't get anything out of it. You've put in enough work here. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Swords. And we got the Temperance card. So I want to say that it's time for you to completely and totally detach. It's the only way that you're going to get your justice. It's the only way that you're going to get balance or karmic measure. You're going to have something. I feel like this was a karmic connection, and it feels like things need to come back into balance. It's karmic restoration, but first you must detach. I feel like this magician energy and the death energy is here saying that it's time for things to change. And I feel like you've been manifesting change, really big change, like the death of something, like ending it and being done with it so I can carry on to something new, which I feel is this new relationship that's more on your level. Oh, I just heard Bring Me a Higher Love. And it was the original one, Bring Me a Higher Love. So it's a higher love for you, Sag. There is somebody in the future who is a much higher love that's on your vibration, I'm going to say. So this year tells me there will be an offer in the future. It feels hard to let go of this because I feel like you were ready to take a leap of faith with this person that I feel is not up to snuff. I'm just going to say it feels like you're the leader. And I think that maybe you fell in love with potential. You projected your energy, your love, your magnetism, your boldness. You projected all of that onto them, and you were falling in love with potential, what they could have been, who they could have been. But I feel it was all your energy. I think that you were the one that made them look good. They looked good in your eyes because you made them look that way. I feel like you're healing from that. I feel like it's hard, but the Nine of Swords is here. It is, am I ever going to find anyone in the future? The answer is yes, and it's a higher love. Is what it is here. All right, so what I've been doing throughout the week here is I have been extending. So if you guys want to come into the extension, I am putting the extensions in my membership area. If you're already a member, thank you. And I'll see you over there in this extension. But I'm going to put down 4 cards here, and we're going to talk a little bit more. We're going to go a little bit more in depth about, how you're closing the door. I think it's important to talk about this money that's over here. It looks like you have plenty of material things coming at you in divine timing. And I think that there's a lot of moving parts. A lot of things are going on at the same time. Doors are closing, other doors are opening, relationships are happening, a new higher love. We'll talk about that. You're closing doors because they're not going to allow this person to break your heart again. You're going to leave them in your memory bank, but you're going to reject anything that they bring forward here. Tell me what we need to know about the next phase here, going into the extension. What do we need to know? We've got the 3 of Wands. So you're now looking toward the future here. Being honest with yourself and that it's time to look toward the future. Oh, I love that. Look at that. The Hierophant's here. Who's the Hierophant? The higher self. What's this? I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. I really love that. So I feel like you could be meeting a Taurus. It doesn't have to be a Taurus. It could be someone who is a spiritual teacher, someone who falls in line with you, Sag, in line with your spiritual self. Somebody who's balanced, possibly someone who's willing to take a leap of faith, someone who's also a leader or the leader of the tribe or the pride, right? It feels like that there, in the future, there is somebody who's very traditional, very slow moving, somebody who's very honest and truthful, that does the right thing, that is a leader of people. And we've got the Knight of Wands, and they're very attractive, very sexy. So somebody who not only has the fire that you need, Sag, but also someone who's grounded and solid, and someone who possibly is Taurus and has a fire sign rising, possibly, because we have fire on both sides of Taurus here. One more card, and then we'll get into the extended here. We've got the 5 of Cups. Look, it feels like you have to make this really big decision to open the next door and leave behind this person in the past. I feel like they're going to come to your present and they're going to apologize, but I feel like you're closing the door. We'll talk about that. Who this is, how are you closing the door, what's the next steps, because the judgment is here. You're making a really big decision to end something so something else can begin. I feel like this person is finally coming to you as someone who is emotionally available, but I think it's too little too late, honestly. I think it is. We'll talk more about that in the extended. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, Sag. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back, and see you in the extension if that's where you are. Look in the pinned comment for the link to the membership. See you guys. Bye-bye.